Morning guys and welcome back to the channel. You've got myself, Toby today, and Harry next to me. You guys have been asking to see a bit more of us, talk a bit more, so we're on screen now for the first time in quite some time. I know Harry was originally when we first started up. We're here on Saturday morning at Waterstone Wargaming in Cheltenham in the UK. It's a horrible day outside, so apologies for the lighting. We're just going to run through our armies for you for this game today. This is my first game of the 1,000 point part of the Escalation League. So I'll talk through what I've added to the army. I think Harry's got one game under his belt, but didn't really talk through his changes in the last game.
Yeah, so I'll go over what I specifically have changed.
Yeah, so what we said, so 1,000 points, we're playing Eternal War Crusade mission from Chapter Approved 2019. Not one I've played yet, so Harry's got a little bit of a leg up on me on that one, so he's obviously going to win, just by knowing the mission.
I was about to say, you haven't watched the video yet, but you'd be surprised what happened last game.
So I'll run through my army for you guys. So basically I've got the two Archons at the front. The official GW model is going to be my Warlord. They are Cabal of the Black Heart. He's running a Venom Blade and a Blast Pistol, as is his friend next to him. The relic on the Warlord is going to be the Living Muse, pretty standard. You've then got the three Cavalry squads behind them. I've dropped the special weapons here from the 500 point lists, mainly down to Chapter Approved, stealing points from me on the other models. This army is quite small, I haven't got that big a collection at home, so I'm limited by the models, and they had to find the points basically there. Each of those Cavalry squads has got its own dedicated transport Venom. They've got the underslung splintered rifles, not the cannon, again, points. And then next to that, as you can see, you've got a Ravager with triple disintegrator cannons. Sitting at the back there, we then have a new detachment for the army, which is a Witch Cult Air Wing. They are running the Blood of the Phoenix? Rise of the Phoenix? The Phoenix book.
Phoenix Rising.
Right, there we go.
That's it.
Both counts. They are running the Witch Cult rules there, so we're going to take the Test of Skill, which basically means I get +1 to wound when attacking anything with a wound characteristic of more than 10. So it allows me to go tank hunting, which against Harry and some of the other boys, that's quite easy for me. I got undone by rhinos against Sean at the 500 point list side of things. So I need some more anti-armour. These are a bit annoying for particularly the lower ballistic skill, the guardsmen and such. The disintegrator cannons, then on the front you've got the rifles again, rather than the cannons, again points. I've just realised I haven't actually attached that to this one here on my left. And then they've got the missile racks underneath, which again, pretty good for clearing out guardsmen. That's basically the list. That's 999, I think.
So if you're playing 1990 points, that is a small army.
Yeah, that's the next step up. I'm desperately trying. We've got a tournament coming up here in a couple of weeks, and I'm desperately trying to get up to 2,000 points for that. Struggling with the work diary, but that's my army, guys. Harry, you want to run through what you've got and what have you changed?
Okay, dokes then. Same list as last game. So I've got a battalion and a Vanguard's elite one. Yeah, Vanguard detachment. The battalion detachment, I'm spending 1 command point, so I'm down to 8, starting on 8 for the Emperor's Fist Tank Company.
Oh joy.
Yeah. So that allows me to. So my tank commander here, he has got the Hammer of Sunderance relic, which I have to pay the one command point for. So that gives him the battle cannon, but flat 3 damage rather than D3. On his sponsons, he's got 2 plasma cannons, and then he's got a las cannon in the hull. Worked very well throughout the games. He's a solid little unit. For the next HQ in the battalion, I'm going to take my Warlord. So company commander, he's got his power sword, because that's what he's modelled with, and he's got Grand Strategist, which means that he's got a free reroll of a hit, wound, or save, just as part of his Warlord trait, as well as being able to get command points back on a 5-up. So, nice little supporting character. In battalion, we've then got 3 units of 10 guardsmen. Cheap as chips, can't blame them for what they do at such a cheap price. We'll then stick the tanks in there as well. So we've got a Hellhound here with the heavy flamer in the hull, and I've also paid the 10 points for track guards. Unlike Toby, Chapter 3 was very nice to me. I had points kicking around.
What do track guards do? I can't remember.
So track guards mean that, so damage characteristic, movement would normally degrade in the Hellhound. The track guards ignores that.
Oh, nice.
So
He stays high speed.
He stays high speed, and then with auto hitting, you've kind of just got to kill him, or he's going to be full of.
He blows up in the lines every game. I wouldn't worry too much.
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point. And then we've got 2 heavy support choices. We've got Lemurus Demolisher here, so he's rocking his Demolisher Cannon, 2 multi-melters in the hull, and 1 heavy bolt. So 2 multi-melter sponsons and 1 heavy bolter. And then finally we've got Manticore, which mixed success. As it being a 2d6 weapon, he is incredibly swinging. So sometimes he does stupid amounts, other times he does absolutely nothing. He lets off a rocket and then gets blown up. Then into the Vanguard detachment, we've got my Primary Psyker here. So he is rocking Night Shroud and Psychic Barrier. He's normal powers. Don't really see any reason to choose anything else. Psychic Barrier allows a unit to get +1 to their saves, and then Night Shroud is anything over 12 inches away is -1 to hit. So those are only effective on single units. Next in the elites, we've got Platoon Commander with a bolt gun and chain swords, so an additional order flying rounds. You can never argue against them. And the last character we've got is a Commissar, so he's armed with a Power Fist and a bolt pistol. Finally, we've got 2 veteran squads, so they, once again thanks to Chapter Proof being very nice, they're now 69 points a pop with a missile launcher and then 3 grenade launchers in it.
Nice.
That's it. So that's, I think, 997-ish points of around that. So not quite 1k, but as close as I'm going to be able to get.
Yeah, having the metal models means it's
Yeah.
more difficult to take upgrades and options and stuff on models. You are kind of stuck with either sawing them up or what they're modeled with.
What I've done to my Platoon Commander. He was sawn up, and I'm going to do 1 more Platoon Commander. That's it. It's just too much hassle than it actually needs to be to get characters sorted.
Yeah, so 2 more things I forgot to say, guys. I've got 11 if I'm cunning as a warlord trait, so again, command point farming for me. And then I will pay an extra CP to take an additional relic on the other Archon, and I'll probably end up giving him Helm of Spite to try and deal with some of the Primary Psyker's abilities. So I'll give him Denial, and if I do deny, he takes Perils of the Warp.
He does that normally.
Yeah, it normally kills him anyway, but it's an easy way of getting rid of a target potentially. So guys, we'll roll up deployment, the table's set, we'll roll up deployment, get the objectives down, and we'll come back to you with whoever gets the first turn's movement phase. See you in a bit, guys. Right then, guys, so deployment is done. As you can see, we are rolled up a search and destroy deployment. I am the attacker in this mission. I have this bottom right deployment zone here, as you look at it. Harry is in the top left, casted up a little bit. I don't really know why I haven't got that much combat units. Deployment objectives are all laid out as per the mission, which is basically we choose where they go. Mission scores if you hold the objective at the start of your turn. So we have to get on there and stay on there during our opponent's turn. We score from the start of the second battle round. As Harry is a defender, he has the opportunity to seize. Do you wish to?
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay, so film that way. You going for what? Okay.
3, 2. Nope.
No, so it's not a seize. So I am going first. We'll come back to you at the end of my movement phase. Right then, guys, so Drukhari movement phase is complete. As you can see, the Razor Wings are screamed off. One's gone over here. There's 2 have flown off over here. A Venom that was here has gone off in between the Razor Wings over there to hold an objective, and has disembarked a squad before he's moved off to keep on that one. The Archon, Warlord, and the Ravager have remained down here. The Ravager has just popped up on top of the building there, the ruin, to be able to get some line of sight. The 2 Venoms that were hiding in here have moved over onto the objective there, so they should be 3 inches away if I move them. If not, that is the intent. Harry has declared prepared positions. We forgot to film that. As you can see, the victory points were adjusted as such. So, no psychic from the Dark Eldar. We'll come back to you at the end of the shooting phase, or if anything interesting pops up. See you in a bit.
Okay then, so we've got a little bit of exciting shooting going on. So Toby's fired the first Raider, not Raider, Razor Wing at my tank commander and has reduced him down to just 6 wounds. So he's fired off all remaining shots, but he has got a baby.
This one here, second one. So I've got the disintegrator cannons, the missiles, and the rifles killed off some guardsmen.
Just there.
And there's in the middle there, and then the disintegrator cannons are going into the tank commander. So there's a chance he might die. So we thought we'd record this for you. So hitting on 3s, no rerolls. Now his strength would normally be wounding on 5s, but with test of skill, he's wounding on 4s. Okay, so he's not going to die, but let Harry...
2 wounds.
-3.
So +1 because I'm in cover, so 5 ups. So 1 save, so he's down 2 wounds to 4.
Yeah, so not decided to be fought, but thought you might want to see it.
Okay. Right then, back for round 2 then. So having that squad there, the Razor Wing didn't succeed, so Toby is doing exactly the same with this Razor Wing. So the anti-infantry firepower went to the guardsmen, killed a couple. And then the disintegrators are going to go into tank commander.
Yeah, so we're all down here. So again, hitting on 3s. Full house. Wounding on 4s. Test of skill. So that then...
Okay, that should be interesting.
4. So 4 5 ups. He's gone.
Nope, that's him gone. I can't even CP reroll that one.
Did he explode her?
That's very true. No, he does not, but that is first strike to you.
Yes, it is.
So we will come back with a recap of the shooting phase.
Okay then guys, so end of the Drukhari shooting phase. As you saw, the tank commander at the back blew up. That gets rid of the very scary battle cannon. The infantry have survived better than I was hoping for. Take cover here on this squad, the stratagem did help. And then Harry rolled up a 6 on his command point farming, so it didn't even cost him anything. Joy oh joy. There is some morale test to take. So how are you doing this, sir?
What we'll do is, so the commissar here will give the squad, squads within 6 inches leadership 8, so they can use his morale. I've lost 3 guys here, 5 guys, yeah, quite a few guys here, and then we've also lost 3 guys over here. So we'll do, on this squad here, we'll just do a normal morale.
Yep.
So 5 plus 8, so I lose 1 more guy.
Yep.
This squad here, I will do another normal morale. So they're looking for at least an 8, so 1, they're fine. And then, just because I need to start capping Jenkins, I will spend 1 command point. So I've already gained 1 back, so I don't get to go for it again. So I'm going to do morale on a D3 here.
Yeah, that's the fight to death, yeah.
Which is...
we know what it is. There we go.
Fight to death. And that there means that morale's sorted.
Okay, so we only lost the 1 guardsman to morale. That's a bit of a shame, but there we go. So that is the Drukhari turn 1 complete. We did score first strike. We'll mark that up on the scorecards in a minute. Again, that was the tank commander, and we'll come back to you at the end of the guard movement phase. See you in a minute.
Okay then, so end of guard movement phase. So the Hellhound,
which was over here. Which was over here.
So it was over here. Has then moved into the centre of the board alongside the last remaining guardsmen. They are just going to try and just get on that objective. That thing's probably going to die. So what? The platoon commander and commissar have both advanced up, so he is within order range of this squad here, which also advanced on the big 6. This squad of guardsmen has just shuffled around, so they are now fully within cover. And then the majority of this sort of back line here has stayed still, so all the special weapons, heavy weapons are in range of something to shoot at, and then same with the 2 tanks. The Leman Russ being normal Leman Russ, if I start moving, and then combined with the minuses that all the Dark Eldar stuff has, I'm going to be hitting on 6s, so I might as well stay still and take some pot shots. You
didn't fancy moving the Manticore then?
No, none of that sort of stuff. So we'll also do Psychic Powers because I've only got the 1 to go off. I'm going to be popping Night Shroud on the Leman Russ, I think. Yeah, we'll pop it on Leman Russ.
Before you do that, can you grab a tape measure and just measure see if my Archon down here is in denial range?
Yeah.
Size.
So 24. Yes, he is.
Okay, so that's with the Helmer Spike. This is a strange sized board, guys. It's a 4x4, which I'm not used to, so it's messing with my mind in terms of estimating distances. Go on, Harry, roll
So
it.
it's 6 to go off.
Yep.
And on a 7 it does.
Okay, guys, so I'm just going to try and grab some dice. Bear with the shaky filming. Oh, cheers, Harry. I roll a 10. So that is a denied, and then Harry suffers perils of the warp.
So D3 mortal wounds.
Which
Draws
dice?
3. So he's now left on one wound remaining.
Oh, I love that relic. There we go, guys. So that is the psychic phase done. We'll come back to you during the shooting phase. Any orders that come up, Harry will try and remember and let you know as we go through. Right then, guys. So that's the end of the, like I say, Imperial Guard. Astra Militarum. Shooting phase. Harry, you want to walk us through what you've achieved?
Okay, so starting off with orders, put both, with the company commander down here, put reroll ones onto both veteran squads. The platoon commander then put forwards for the oh, I haven't forgot to do them. We'll do those off cannons. It's just going to las guns into the flyer. That's all. So probably not going to happen. So they're forwards for the Emperor. The Hellhound managed to take off, I think it was four wounds off the Venom, and then the las guns managed to pick off one more wound. In terms of shooting, the Demolisher just nuked the Venom, that was on objective number 5. And the Manticore, gross misuse of weapons, but the Cavalry squad that was on objective number 6 are now dead.
Yep.
In terms of that's it. I will have some charges, so we'll do the las guns that I forgot to do, and then we'll move into charges.
Okay, guys, we're back in a minute. Right then, guys, so the guardsmen fired their flashlights and, as expected, did nothing. We now got a charge from the Hellhound. The Venoms he's going into both the Venoms. They've already done their Overwatch and didn't scratch him. So we're just going to roll Harry's charge. Unless he gets Snake Eyes here, he's pretty much in.
So I am going to play one command point for Crush Them, so that Hellhound will be hitting on 2s in combat.
Cool. Can I see the CP from that? No.
So, yep, that's him in.
Cool. Do you get your command point back from that? Oh, you've already got on this turn, didn't you?
Got on this turn,
yep.
So doesn't matter.
Can the guardsmen get in from around there?
Not if I'm going to be able to tag that one. So actually,
is that it then on the charges?
They're in 6 of the objectives. Well, within 3 of the objectives, so they are on there.
Yep.
I think we're just going to leave it there.
Okay, then, guys. So, do you want to do your attacks now, Harry?
We'll just get those. So we've got 3 attacks hitting on 2s into the 1 wound Venom.
Yep.
So all hit. And then strength 6, your toughness 5, so I'm wounding on 3s. That's 3 wounds.
Okay, and then do I get 4? No minus on that, I'm assuming.
No
so
minus.
4 at basic armour. Takes 2 of them, and then 6 at feeling of pain from Blackheart. Fails both of those. So which one was that on, Harry? The wounded one.
Wounded one.
Okay, so that's him gone. Does he explode? He does not. So we'll get those units out to you guys, and we'll come back to you at the end of the Drukhari movement phase. Okay, guys, battle round 2. I only scored the 1 victory point from holding objectives at the start of this turn. The movement phase has been completed. The Archon and his Ravager friend have stayed put here. The second in command has jumped up onto this container here. He has a blast pistol, so we can start hunting that Hellhound. The squad's moved up because even if the Hellhound does blow up, and does do full 3 mortal wounds, one will be there and hopefully will be within range of that objective. And let's be honest, 4 guardsmen shouldn't be too hard to shift. The Venom that was here has scooted over here, again, hopefully shift those guardsmen and claim that objective. And the Flyers have continued the dance of avoiding the guardsmen to take position here and hopefully start shredding into the remaining castle in the corner. This flank is all but gone, but we'll see what happens with that one. So guys, we'll come back to you at the end of the shooting phase. Obviously no psychic for the Dark Eldar. Okay then, guys, I'll wait for the background noise to die down a little bit. So that was the wound roll from the Ravager shooting disintegrator cannons into the Hellhound. So the Hellhound then failed all of his saves, I think. Yep. So he is dead. Harry wanted to roll to see whether he exploded because he did fail the first attempt at it. So I'm going to try and aid him to vect him because I've got a lot of CP at the moment. So that is 4 CP. So on a 2-up, he's vected. He is vected. So he doesn't spend the CP for the reroll, but he can't reroll the explosion. So the Hellhound is just dead. I know we had 4 CP, but it might have saved my life on this one. So I will roll to see if I get anything back from that one. I do actually receive one of them, so that only cost me 3 CP. That puts me down to 5 CP, which I can't find on the dice. We'll come back to you as the shooting phase finishes. Okay then guys, so Drukhari's shooting phase is complete. We have removed the squad that was on here for a combination of firepower, removed the Hellhound and the infantry that were holding this objective, again, combination of firepower. Whittled this squad down, they could get charged by the Venom in a minute. Take cover plus being in cover means power armoured guardsmen, which is really annoying. And that was about it for the shooting phase. We're just trying to minimise the amount of points Harry's going to score at the start of his turn. So that's that side of it. We'll do the charge now. Harry, do you want to do your Overwatch from those two guys?
Yep,
going
so
into the Venom.
So we'll do a frag grenade and las gun. So frag grenade is 3 shots.
Yep.
Grenades have been pretty good today.
The grenades have been doing well.
1 hit.
Yep.
Does wound.
Okay, so 4 up basic armour on the Venom. Yeah, so that's in there. And then
Don't roll snake eyes.
charge. Oh yeah, that Venom is definitely eager to play. So eager to play is in effect, however, don't really need it on that one. Sorry guys, I've moved around a bit too much there. So the Venom will go in, we'll do that combat quickly, and then we will come back to you. Alright guys, see you in a minute. Right then guys, so the Militarum movement phase has been completed. Harry, do you want to walk through the key points of it, mate? Because I wasn't really paying attention. Sorry.
That's fine. So, first things first, the platoon commander has once again advanced himself, but he's gone around the tank, so that he should hopefully not be the closest unit to being targeted. The Demolisher has moved its full 10 inches to get up so you can get some shots off on the Ravager. Viscor Guardsman here, the Missile Launcher can see the Venom in the ruins there, so he stays still, but everything else has moved over, so the 3 grenade launchers can indeed see the Cavalry Warriors there.
Yep.
Once again, the Missile Launcher has not moved, but he's still within 6 inches of the company commander, so for orders.
Yep.
He can see the Venom, and then everything else has, once again, moved up closer to try and hit stuff. Company commander stayed where he is, the Manticore has also stayed where it is. And then, we've got the Primary Psyker. Because he's probably going to peril himself to death knowing my rolling, I've just chucked him into Toby's lines. Then lastly, the Law Commissar is off to go punch some Cavalry Warriors.
Yeah, that's quite a cool shot of him sneaking through the ruins there. Could hopefully potentially have some play with the Archon as well, depending where you go. Yeah, could be quite an interesting charge phase there, mate. So, do you want to do your psychic phase now? Might as well.
Yeah,
the one.
So I'm going to smite the Venom.
Yep.
So, in the 5. That just goes off in the 6. Would you like to...
I'll try and use the Helm of Spite. No, it doesn't go off. What did you roll?
A 5.
A 5.
No, sorry, 6. It was a 5 and 1.
Yeah, it's unlikely to get that one, guys. So, was thinking about command point reroll, but the odds are against me there. So, Harry, what damage do you do, sir?
D3, so 2 mortal wounds on that.
Okay, Black Heart saves. So there we go. We only take 1 wound because of the inert suffering here, which Black Heart gets on their vehicles. So, we'll come back to you at the end of the shooting phase, or if anything interesting happens, and we'll see you then. Okay, guys, so Imperial Guard shooting phase is complete. Harry, again, run us through what happened.
So, first things first, the tank commander. I played 1 command point for unyielding advanced strategious specific stratagem, which means I can fire my main gun twice, even though I moved over half range. That did some pot shots into the Ravager and managed to take 6 wounds off it.
Yeah, so I played lightning fast reactions to get Harry down to hitting on 6s. Was it 6s?
Yeah, so because it's 6 on the main gun, and then I can't hit anything with the
sponsons and such. Yeah, so that took down to 4 wounds. So he is now bracketed.
The veterans here, the missile launcher went into where Venom was and missed completely. The veterans then fired 3 frag grenades and took that lone cavalry down to 1 wound remaining. Yeah,
wiped out the 4 guys that were with him.
Yep. The lasguns also went to Venom, didn't do anything. Viscor the veterans, the anti-tank weapons didn't do anything, but the lasguns managed to kill it.
Yeah, so that was the Venom there, guys.
Don't ask me how that happened, just...
It just did.
Just did. Manticore popped heavy bolter into the aircraft and didn't do anything. but the Manticore rocket did go into the Venom as well, and that took a fair couple of chunk off it as well.
Yep.
In terms of orders, so I should do this first. So orders both went reroll hit rolls of 1 on, so take aim on both squads of veterans, and then because the company commander advanced and he hasn't got anyone else to order, he ordered himself forwards for the Emperor, which means he can fire normally even after advancing.
Yeah, and then he promptly missed.
Yeah, he still missed. So that's it. I've got a couple of charges to do.
Do you want to do them now on camera, Harry?
If we come back to them, because I need to think about which way I want to do it, so we'll come back to them with Overwatch and charge rolls.
Okay. Okay then guys, the charge phase is complete. The Commissar went into the Cabalite and took a wound on the way in, bless him.
So he's down to 2.
He's down to 2 wounds. The Guardsman here made an 11-inch charge, definitely got into the Cabalites, and then the Primary Psyker followed up for fun. I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay guys, so we might as well just do this combat here in the middle first, because it's quite important. Over there it's unlikely to change the outcome of the game, so...
So we've got 3 attacks, so he is hitting with his Panther, so he's going to be -1 to hit.
Yep.
Hit on 4s. 2 hits.
Yep.
And then 2s to squish you. 2 wounds at -3.
Do you want to... I'm going to save against that, so do you want to roll your damage, because I get to get Black Hearts?
So that is 4 wounds.
So 4 6s coming up. No, good effort, but he is dead. So the Cabalite is... Well, the Cyberite, in fact, the Sergeant is dead. We'll do the combat over on the left flank there, guys, and we'll come back to you. Okay, guys, so that combat was completed. Cabalites took a kill the Primary Psyker in return, and then lost one of their number from the Guardsman attacks first. Then killed another Guardsman there. So
won't make much difference.
Morale, yeah, they're perfectly fine. So, guys, that's the end of the Astra Militarum turn. We're going into the Drukhari turn next. I hold a grand total of 1 point, so that will be 1 victory point to me. We'll then come back to you at the end of my movement phase. Okay then guys, so at the end of my movement phase, the aircraft have moved around, as you can see. The Cabalites have fallen back and then used Cruel Deception, which allows them to shoot even though they've fallen back. A roll for the CP regen, didn't get anything. The Archon has come down here to deal with the 2 wound Commissar. The Archon here has hopped up, remainder in 3 inches. We have measured of the objective down there. Whilst the Ravager has also gone within 3 inches, although you can't quite see from this angle, of the objective there, just to get some points, and also remaining having targets on various options. So guys, we'll come back to the end of my shooting phase, because I have no psychic. Okay then guys, so Drukhari shooting phase complete. We've just been clearing up a few things. The Demolisher is gone. Took a fair chunk of firepower from various sources. Whittled down a few Guardsmen over here. I think I put a few shots into the squad over the top there. Promptly melted the Commissar with the blast pistol. That's the shooting phase complete. What I've just realised is Cruel Deception allows me to charge even though I've held back as well, which I hadn't initially realised. So my 2 CP wasn't entirely wasted because they did nothing. So this Cavalite squad here is going to charge into the veteran squad over there.
Yep, so I will do my Overwatch, so I've got...
Yeah, so if we measure...
No,
Something we also got wrong, guys, is that we were actually contesting. I was actually holding that objective with the Cabalite squad initially, forgetting that Harry's troops there aren't troops; they are in fact veterans and are thus elites. So I did score 2 victory points to start this turn, but we'll see what happens here. So Harry, on Overwatch.
1 rapid fire lasgun from the base, 1 frag missile, and then 1 las pistol because I'm not in range for a frag grenade.
Yep.
So las weapons, nothing, and then D6.
Oh, nice.
1 hit.
Yep.
No wounds.
Ah, that's a shame.
Okay.
So I will roll these dice. Oh, they are definitely in on 11. So that sorts that out, guys. And we'll put them in, see how that combat goes, and then we'll be coming back to you at the wrap up. Okay then, guys. So combat is complete. I killed nothing. Harry killed nothing. Harry's got morale to worry about from the shooting phase. He's doing...
So I'm doing fight to death again. So
fight to death, so...
Free. I was debating whether or not to spend my last 2 CP on auto-passing, but I'll just do it on the 1.
Do I steal a command point? I do not.
Do I get it back? I don't, so I'm down to 1, and then 6 plus 3, so that is...
Is that 9?
9, that's 2 guys gone. So that's
unlucky Harry.
So that's them gone.
Yeah, so we're both not a lot left to go. My flyers are basically still operational. The Ravager is reasonably operational at the moment, although obviously could take some incoming firepower from the Manticore. We'll see how this goes, guys. It's going to be an interesting turn. So we'll come back to you at the end of Harry's movement phase. Okay then, guys, so movement phase complete. The platoon?
Two commanders.
Yep, I'm trying to remember his name. He's on the objective, so he's staying put.
Warlord just stay where he is.
Yep.
Manticore, stay where he's getting the most out of his firepower. Veterans, the heavy weapons team has stayed still, so he's not having a nice one to hit. And everything else is strung out as far as they can, so some probably will go into him, and hopefully they take on that one Archon.
Yep.
He's 2 up in Bun, it could be hard to shift.
Hopefully. So guys, that's the movement phase complete. We'll come back to the shooting phase or any critical rolls. Okay, so Militarum shooting phase complete. Ravager is dead.
So Toby was hoping for the double 1 2d6, got a double 6 instead.
Yeah, Ravager's dead.
That thing's flattened.
All by one Cabalite is dead. Morale's not an issue at this point for me because of Blackheart and Power from Pain.
So I will be charging this squad of veterans into the Cavalite Warrior there, just because if I can get you off one objective and deny you a point, it only leaves you on 2 points, which I can hopefully go for. Yep.
So I can't see him at this range at this point. So just the
7. That should do nicely. So
should we get quite a few of them in? So we'll see how we go there, guys. We'll probably come back to you at the end of the round rather than rolling anything here. Okay then, guys, so Harry's turn is complete. The veterans did prove their worth, actually looking quite good over the basic guardsmen today. Their extra skills have been helpful.
Well, this is skill 3, this is skill 4, especially against the Mountain -1.
Yeah, they're doing quite well. So they killed the Cyberite there, only just. I did spend my last reroll trying to keep him alive, but didn't help. That is the end of Harry's turn. I'm looking very flat on the ground, so is Harry. Boots on the ground rule is becoming an issue for me. I've only got the 2 characters left that are foot slogging. Otherwise, it's just the flyers who are all untouched. Harry has a number of characters left, just that one squad there, and the Manticore who will be firing his last missile next round if he's still alive. We are now going into battle round 4, so we'll see how we get on at the end of my movement phase. Okay guys, so the end of my movement phase, the Archon has just reshuffled slightly. It makes no difference. He's going to be out of range, but he's still going to get shot at, so there we go. The Archon Warlord hopped down there to make room for the Flying Circus, which has continued its moving in a square pattern, ended up basically back where it started. Still got line of sight on useful stuff, so we're hopefully just going to remove Harry off of any of his point scoring locations this turn, and we'll come back to you at the end of my shooting phase. Okay then guys, the shooting phase complete. The platoon commander was disintegrated, literally. Then by basically it's all the Razor Wings to work today. The veteran squad is down to the last guy. They've lost 8, even with Harry spending his last CP on fight to the death or whatever it's called.
Well, so I played 1 CP to take cover.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But with 2 Razor Wings firing, so they killed too many of them. So that's then busting automatically. So he's gone.
Yep. So that then leaves Harry with a Manticore and a company commander. Yep. Me with 2 Archons and 3 Razor Wings.
Quite rough, actually.
Which is, it's a bit of a brutal game, guys. At the start of Harry's turn, he scores 1 victory point, which puts him on 5 points to my 6. Don't really know how this game's going to go, so it's possible with some Manticore manoeuvring that Harry could score some more points if the game goes on.
He's moving through the objective already, so.
More thinking about what happens later turns. We've still got a few. This is only still battle round 4, so
it's not even
we'll see how we go, guys.
Yeah.
Right, we'll come back to you at the end of Harry's movement phase. Right, guys, so Harry's turn is complete. The Manticore stays still, and the company commander is now loitering in the ruins. He is now holding the 2 objectives, the one there and the one in the ruin over here. Manticore did the only thing it could do with the heavy bolts being out of range and put his last missile into the Archon, whose 2-up Shadowfield save saved him as per usual. I haven't actually failed a Shadowfield today, which is unusual against lasguns. Usually the thing that things through. Going then into the start of my turn 5, I'm on 8 points holding the 2 objectives that I am. Harry finishes his turn on 5 victory points. We're going to play this one out just because there's not that much left to do, and we'll come back to you at the end of probably my turn, guys, because there isn't that much really left. Okay guys, so we're just going to come back to you with this bit of shooting. This Razor Wing here has unloaded his entire payload into the company commander hiding there. Harry has used his last CP, well, what we thought was his last CP, but then he regained it again on take cover, so that's helped him out on his invuln. We've already rolled up the hits and wounds, so Harry, what are you saving first, sir?
These were the missile saves, so 5 up normally, +1 for cover, +1 for take cover, so he's on the 3-up save.
Yep. No AP on these guys, so he's fine. And then we have...
So it was FAQ'd, I can't remember which FAQ it was, but it was FAQ, but take cover now no longer affects your invuln save, so this is still a 5-up invuln.
This is disintegrated guns, guys. So he takes 4 wounds from that.
How many wounds does he have?
I don't know, Harry, how many wounds does he have?
4 wounds. So you know what?
You're going to burn your last CP, I presume?
I might as well.
Yep.
No, that's him dead.
So
that is Warlord.
So that is Warlord, guys. We thought you might want to see that one, so we've just come back to it. What we'll do now is we'll just fire the 2 Razor Wings over there into the disarmed Manticore, and come back to you at the end of my turn, and we'll total up the points there. Because despite boots on the ground, acceptable casualties, etc., Harry only has the 1 point scoring unit now. So if that goes, that's game, basically. Right then, guys, so the Manticore did die. Took the last missile to kill it. It was only just, but he is gone. So that is Harry without any models on the board. He has been tabled. Just due to the way the league works, we're going to keep playing it out. We did roll to see if the game goes on, and it does. So at the start of my next round, I score an additional 2 points on that side of things, which puts me up to 10. The Flyers will then move into Harry's deployment zone. So they've gone over here. Sorry guys, that's terrible camera work. So they've gone over there. Does the game continue? On a 4-up now? It does. So that then moves the Flyers out of Harry's deployment zone, but I score another 2 points.
That one won't be because you can do 45.
Okay, so that puts me on another 3 points through the 2 I'm holding plus line breaker, and then it's on a 5. No, it ends at turn 7 regardless, doesn't it? So that would have been turn 7.
Yeah, the battle automatically ends at round 7.
Okay then, guys. So that is a victory to the Drukhari. Actually, my first in the league. With 17 points to me, 5 to Harry. Harry, good game, sir.
Well,
that's really hard to do with the camera. Yeah, that was a lot closer than it initially thought it was going to be with the tank going down turn 1. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We've got the rest of this step of the league coming soon, and I know there's a few reports in the editing pipeline which should be with you in the next week or so. So guys, thank you and goodbye.